Hello everyone, my name is Rafael Mash and welcome to another hobby update. In this one, we'll be talking about Warhammer Fantasy Battles, and this series would be mostly for me making my Orcs and Goblins army, like getting them painted, gluing them and stuff like that. And because I do have like the huge collection of Orcs and Goblins, we'll be breaking that with other armies, maybe like Chaos Warriors and maybe some Dwarves, some Lizardmen, some Elves, stuff like that. So let's start with how I got into this huge collection. So I started, the reason it's not painted, I started collecting orcs in the fifth edition, and that was huge fun. And every model I had, I used to paint like in the same day I bought it. So that was cool. That was awesome. But then I got some skills, and I figured out I could do my army better. So I've removed the paint from them, and I was about to paint them again, but it never happened. I started to be a commissioner painter, and I was commissioned some orcs and goblins armies and like huge units, hordes. And after painting a savage orc horde, you no longer wanna paint orcs. Like I couldn't like even watch my army. I couldn't look at them. So so that's the main reason I do have a lot of orcs and goblins, like from every edition, even like from third edition and earlier, because at some point I had this crazy idea to buy some models from that edition, and yeah, at some point we'll paint them. I think like this is the cool time to actually paint, like finish my models, and I developed even a fast way to paint them, and we'll talk about this method like soon. But in order to paint them, I figured out it would be easier to like break them into small like sub armies, or like sub I don't know, like sub races, because orcs and goblins army are like they consist of trolls, giants, uh, different kind of orcs and goblins. So they have like black orcs, savage orcs, common goblins, night goblins, forest goblins, snotlings, stuff like that. So we will divide this army to actually break it down into those smaller sub armies, and then we'll also break them within certain era, or maybe certain uh, like edition, I guess. Because like savage orcs from the sixth edition, they are different from the eighth edition savage orcs, the plastic ones. Also, the like night goblins from the fourth and fifth edition, they are different than the night goblins in the sixth edition, and then they are even more different than the plastic ones, the recent ones from the seventh edition. So yeah, so there's like different styles within the one's sub race. So we will also divide them that way, and by making slow steps, we will actually get whole army painted. We will have breaks from painting green, because yeah, I'll need time to refill my green paint and actually like just rest from painting orcs or greenskins. And yeah, we'll make those different armies, like maybe some chaos warriors, because always wanted to have some chaos warriors, and maybe like different ones too, like for example dwarves. Yeah, that would be cool army to paint. They are small, so that would be fast. And maybe some elves, who knows. So yeah, so we'll be making those um, extra armies along with painting orcs and goblins. um, so as you already know, there's a huge number of models to be painted, and I developed a very fast way to paint them. and now we will be talking about it. So yeah, like let's start with the way that Warhammer Fantasy Battles units work. You usually have your first rank, and the model has to be base to base, and then you have your second and like further ranks, and like you can see now, you don't see actually the whole model back there. So we can go like painting full color, like all highlights and all cool stuff on the first rank, and then leave the further ranks with less details, and that will speed up like a lot, and believe me. And then like this even more cool stuff, like usually in your front rank you have the standard bearer, and the standard bearer, he holds a standard that covers like the whole unit. Like I don't have now because well, they are just the test models, but like the standard bearer will have this huge standard that when you look in like from the front, you that will be covered the further ranks. So we only need to focus on the first ranks, and then we'll make like this very fast painting on the second and the third and the fourth and so on. Okay, so how do I paint those guys fast? Let's start with the basic model. The basic trooper is painted with basic colors. That's like your foundation colors or something like that. Just black primer and then your basic colors, and then you dip your model. The dipping technique is like you take a model, you put it into the can with wash and take it out, shake it, and that's the model. Look at all those details. It looks amazingly good. I was shocked when I saw this model like that. I thought the dipping is for losers, and it took me a long time to actually like force myself to try it. But well, I figured out I do have a lot of models to paint, so I might also as well, try it. So yeah, I tried it and I'm amazed how it looks. It's gorgeous. The model looks awesome. So this is the basic one. I then tried to actually make another one like that, but with some highlights. And I picked another fast technique that there's there, and that is dry brushing. So this model has dry brush skin. Like the shield, top of the shield is dry brush. Then there's like the dry brush on the metal parts, and then I made dry brush on his cloth. But I think this is not that important, and next time I'll be making dry brush, I will not make it on the cloths because it does look bad. The one on the skin is cool. I'm okay with that. I'm okay also with the one on the metal parts and the shield, but the clothes was a mistake. Yeah, so there's that. Next time, like I even make it dirty there. Anyway, so you can see this model was highlighted, and this looks good. I'm not a big fan of dry brushing because it leaves that very rough texture on your model, and I like my models smooth painted, and I show you the smooth painted one now. So this is actually what I'm going for. I'm aiming for this one. As you can see, it looks way better than this one in my opinion. This one was like it was started from this one, so also dipped in wash, and then I highlighted like standard way, like all the things. So the metal areas, the shield, and the skin, and I also painted some highlights on the bone on this one, to like make those teeth more stand out. But yeah, it's also dipped, and you have to watch out for dipping because it leaves those huge like drops there, and it does not look bad. Yeah, it looks bad. Yeah, so yeah, actually like everyone has this problem. Like there was too much wash on the, and I didn't say that back then. Okay, yeah, so there's that. The model is finished. This is the way I'll be painting all the first ranks. Maybe someday I'll paint like the back ranks with that. I'm not sure. I might go for the dry brush. I'm not a big fan of dry brush, so I don't know. Like I cannot like decide now. But yeah, like if we put them together like that, then there's not much different. Like I could like have all my orcs like that and then paint them slowly to this level. That would be cool. And also from the perspective you'll be watching your orcs, because well, I know the orcs do have like low leadership and they tend to run away very often, so you from time to time you will see their faces. But for the most of all, when they run to attack the enemy, you see them like that. And like take a look at those muscles. They don't look that bad, like that different. Like this one, yeah, it does not stand out, but it still looks painted, it looks shaded, and it looks good. So yeah, so there's that. So that's my idea. This is how I wanna paint and finish my armies very quick. There's also like the a base to be made, but yeah, that's like the like totally different video. So yeah, so that's my quick technique. And there's like another guy. This one was painted with no dipping, so no, not this technique. This was painted with like washes and highlights and all different stuff. But yeah, it looks very similar to this one. The green is a bit different because like the wash gives it that, I don't know, like weird feel to that green. But yeah, this one is more like alive. But then the metal parts are different. I don't know, like I love this how this one looks. This one is cool too, but the I don't know. I'll go with those. It's way quicker to paint this guy than this guy. Oh man, this is so much quicker. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. The models, they will have like this school painting there. But I feel I will cut it from cardboard and glue on each shield before painting, and that should be okay. And I painted like beige or like the bone color on them. So yeah, so I guess this will be okay. So all the shields, that all the army would have this kind of shields with bone skulls. Okay, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Take care. Bye.